Are we
All
good,
right.
Karen?
We're good. Let's go.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ethan Baldwin. This is the standard, and I already made the mistake. This is the Prosthetic Orthotic Rulemaking Advisory Committee. It's May 27th. This should be the only meeting we have on this rulemaking. With that in mind, I'll go ahead and start introductions or allow introductions. Let's start with DFR staff and go from there.
I am Karen Winkle, and I am the rules coordinator for the division.
All right, thank you. Next, we'll go with everyone else. Let's go ahead and try and do alphabetical by last name just to give some order, but no biggie if we go out of order.
And of course, that would be me. The benefit of being Antoinette Iwachi. So I'm Antoinette Iwachi, and I'm the senior public and regulatory affairs specialist for Cambia Health, and we operate and own the Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oregon Health Plan and also the Brisbane Health Plan. Thank you.
Hi, this is Melanie Anderson. I work for United Healthcare and I am a regulatory counsel.
Hi, my name is Merlene Converse, and I'm a government relations consultant for Kaiser Permanente.
Maybe I'm next. I'm Pramila Reddy with Oregon Department of Justice. I'm counsel for Division of Financial Regulation.
Joe Rubin, Providence Health Plan, regulatory consultant.
Scott White, Director of Regulatory Affairs for Moda Health. Happy to be here. Thank you.
I just realized I'm not sure my name's showing appropriately, but my name is Cheryl Sachs. I'm here on behalf of the American Orthotic and Prosthetic Association, and so everybody can move. So thank you for having me.
All right, is there anyone we've missed? Looking at the list.
Hi,
Brooke, I see.
this is Bill Wrights with Providence Health Plan, Government Affairs Policy Analyst calling in.
Hi, all. Brooke Hall. I'm a policy analyst with the division and lead for rulemaking.
So I think that's everyone. We are missing Ashley White from the American Orthotic and Prosthetic Association. She had a pretty significant flight delay, but we'll send an update on how this meeting went to her following the meeting. So a little background. This rule is last year we had to amend this rule pretty late in the year to comply with legislation. It was a pretty significant change. But this year, based on the timing and everything, we believe that the only change we'll need to make for this rule this year is to update the year. I guess I should have been a little more provide a little more background. We are required by law to update the rule on a yearly basis. So the way we address getting that done is to make the rule effective as of January 1, 2026, 2027, 2028. So that's the change we're proposing in this rule, is to make it effective as of January 1, 2027. A little housekeeping, we did send out the statement. It did say the effective date for the rule would be this summer. It won't be effective until January 1st, 2027 to comply with the language change in the rule. So does anyone have any thoughts on the suggested rule text?
Ethan, this is Antoinette. I have a question. I think it was House Bill 40 that made some revisions to the mandate, and I'm sorry, I'm not a little bit more prepared, but because I thought it was going to be discussed here. So it was House Bill 4040 at section 33 amended the statute, and what they did was, I mean, this, I think they removed for the coverage, it removed those devices that are medically necessary, and the language that they removed was and that are not solely for comfort or convenience. And I'm not quite sure whether that is even mentioned in the rules. And I'm sorry, I'm just not as well prepared that as I should be, because I thought that would probably be part of the discussion. So if there's anything in the rules that mentions and that are not solely for comfort or convenience, I think that it may require that additional rulemaking adjustments to the rules, but I don't think it is. Could you scroll down a little bit more?
Yeah,
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in the rule that says that. We did flag that when that bill came through, and I'm sorry, you're right. I should have mentioned that. And it's also, we did consult with Pramila just to make sure that we weren't missing anything. And all of our read is that, yeah, that while that may change coverage or may change the requirements of the statute, the underlying rule here is not impacted. But
correct,
good catch.
I don't see, I don't see mention of that specific statement. So I think we're good.
Yeah, no, that was a good catch, and I should have flagged that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on the proposed rule text? Merlene, go ahead.
Hi, this is Rulemaking Converse from Kaiser Permanente. I just wanted to comment that this annual rule is very generic by nature, and I think that it makes sense to just update the year and keep it simple as it currently is. So I'm supporting the change that you're recommending.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the annual update, that was a bit of a challenge, but I think this is a good fix for that. All right. Any other thoughts on the rule text? And I will, anyone who's been on one of the racks I run knows that I like to say this is not final here. We'll give some time for feedback. I'll mention that 2 or 3 more times in this meeting, that you can submit feedback in writing after this meeting if you want to take a moment to consider everything that's happened today and what we've done. So, if you don't feel like speaking, perfectly reasonable, but are there any other thoughts on the rule text at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll go next to the statement of need and fiscal impact. Quick discussion about that. And this is where I will again reference that the effective date at the very beginning will adjust. It is already adjusted there. The version we sent out was not up to date, but the effective date is going to be January 1st, 2027 to comply with the rule in the statute. So the first item we typically look at when we're talking about this document is how adoption of the rule will affect equity in the state. And we don't believe that the proposed rule will result in new substantive coverage requirements beyond the underlying statutory requirements. And that the people affected by this were consulted. And if anything, it may contribute to advancing health equity by ensuring equitable access for individuals with limb loss and limb difference who are enrolled in individual and group health insurance policies. So yeah, we're not aware of any disproportionate negative impact on a specific group of enrollees or policyholders. Does anyone have any thoughts on that specific section? All right. The next piece we will look at is the fiscal and economic impact. The primary cost of complying with these rules will fall on licensed health insurers. And yeah, I can read the whole part if you'd like, but we don't believe that any or we don't have any data that any health insurer meets the definition of a small business. The rules may have indirect impacts upon businesses, including small businesses, but that's difficult to project. And that the proposed rules will not have any additional fiscal or economic impact on state agencies, local governments, or the public beyond the underlying statutory requirements. Any thoughts on that? All right, and finally, the cost of compliance on small businesses. Based on the information currently available to us, the proposed rule does not have a fiscal or economic impact on state agencies or local government units. Members of the public who may be economically affected by the rulemaking may include health insurers that offer policies that are subject to the rules, individuals and businesses that purchase health insurance policies in state, and any other individuals enrolled. We don't have information available on impacts to other members. But yeah, again, the rules will apply to health insurers offering policies based on the filings made to us. No health insurer meets the definition of a small business. Yeah, does anyone have any thoughts on that? The small business impact of the rule? All right, seeing none, this may be a pretty quick meeting. Before I open it up to public comment, any more thoughts from members of the RAC going forward here? Okay. Well, then I will open it up for public comment. Do we have anyone from the public who would like to comment? Okay. Well, then next steps, this is where I'll circle back and say, if anyone would, we'll keep the comment period open until, let's say, next Wednesday, June 3rd by close of business. So take a look at the rule text, take a look at everything, let me know by then if you have any thoughts or concerns, anything that we may have missed or needs to be flagged. So again, June 3rd, close of business. Otherwise, if we don't receive anything, we will likely move forward with the rule as it stands, but I will send an email after that, letting everyone on the RAC know where we're at. And we'll go forward from there with shooting for an effective date of January 1st, 2027. So before we sign off, are there any other thoughts for the good of the order? Well, I appreciate everyone taking the time. And once again, let's say June 3rd, close of business. If you have any thoughts or concerns, get them to me by then, or just comments or general praise of how I ran the meeting today. Anything like that. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ethan.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a great day.